former VP nominee Tim Walz. Listen to what he did, guys. He criticized those that were not coming to the defense of Garcia. Watch this.
I have come to understand what Donald Trump, what pops into his head and he says, he's going to carry it out. Once again, he talked about the tariffs. He talked about, he's going to deport people. And this whole thing with Mr. Abrego Garcia, it's that old wisdom and terrifying is if you're not speaking up for this man, there will be no one left to speak up for you. You just had Senator Van Hollen, who there's nobody better. He has to speak up for his constituent because they do plan. If they think they can get away with this, they will press it further.
Bill Melugin joins me now. So you just heard from Patty Morin and the heartbreak. And then here's Tim Walz saying, well, we've got to advocate for him. We've got to defend him. And she was saying to me, you heard it, that how frustrating that is for her, and it breaks her heart.
Where was all the concern from Tim Walz and these Democrats when millions of foreign men from around the world were coming across the border as gotaways or as catch and releases? One of those gotaways ended up killing Patty Morin's daughter. That was during the Biden border crisis. There was no concern about the people coming across the border then. Only now does there seem to be this sudden interest in vetting every single person that the Trump administration is trying to deport. And who have they latched themselves onto? He's not a Maryland man. He's a Salvadoran illegal alien, alleged MS-13 gang member, who is an alleged domestic abuser in the handwriting of her own wife, who filed 2 protective orders against him, says he beat her repeatedly to the point where she's afraid to be around him because of his violence. That is who they are going all in on. It does not make any sense to me.
Well, and a judge just blocked the Trump administration from acting on a new policy that would have rapidly deported migrants to countries where they did not originate from. So it seems like they're being challenged on every immigration bill by every activist judge out there.
I mean, it feels like every day at some point there's a federal judge somewhere blocking some pillar of the Trump immigration policy. Remember last year we had a federal judge in Boston say, nope, you can't strip the legal status away from more than 500,000 migrants who flew into the country under President Biden's program, a program he created out of thin air with his executive authority. Trump comes into office, wants to use that exact same authority to shut that program down and take the parole away, and a judge says, no, you can't do that. Doesn't make sense to a lot of people.
Well, Bill, this has been a topic and a story that you have covered extensively, and it's amazing to see, thankfully, what the border looks like today versus when you were down there under the Biden administration.
It's a night and day change. If I were to go down there right now, I honestly think I'd have trouble finding a single migrant. The numbers are minuscule. I mean, we had days where I remember December 2023, we'd have over 11,000 crossings in a single day. We're down to maybe 200 to 300 a day now.
Bill Melugin, it's great to see you.
Likewise.
Great work as always with you.